Let's talk about the homework. The assessment for this learning plan that you have seen in Blackboard is to upload your homework, and it's the Chapter 1 Bridge screenshot uploads. So I'm going to ask you here to upload the 5 screenshots as described in the Chapter 1 workbook. You can upload 5 separate JPEGs, or if you want to make a Word file and put the screenshots all in one Word file, that's fine as well. Regardless of how you do it, I need you to name them so I know what I'm looking for. But let's back up and talk about how do we do this. I'm going to jump back into Bridge, and we were just working with this folder called Pics for Bridge. But remember, at the start of this lesson, we also downloaded Chapter 1 files. So that's what you're going to be using, are these provided files from the book. Then what I'm going to want you to do is jump into your textbook and start flipping through Chapter 1. It's stuff that we worked through, but we just talked about different photos. So you can literally start and work through Chapter 1, or perhaps you want to jump to page 9, where it starts browsing through files. And the first arrow bullet step there is find the Chapter 1 files, which is what we just opened because we had put that in our favorites panel. From there, you can literally follow along page 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and even look at 20. Yeah, look at 20 and 21 and 22. Those are going to tell you specifically how to label with colors these pictures, how to give stars and rankings and keywords to these pictures. And it's critical that you follow the directions in the textbook to do this first. Then, when you are done, you can then jump to your workbook and you can open it to Chapter 1 project. And in Blackboard, I've included a little photo of what mine looks like. And in the workbook, Project 1A is going to say, complete the instructions below. Take a screenshot, basically, to prove this. So, number 1 would say, display all the wedding images that have a rating of 3 stars or better. And the example given in the book, in the workbook, shows what Bridge would look like for that. So you can see that it has keywords of wedding applied to it, so there's a check mark by the wedding box, and you can see that it has check marks next to the 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. So here is a photo of my workbook. You can see with my scribbles on it, but this is what it should look like. And what I was just saying is you can see that they've checked 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, and the wedding keyword. Therefore, that fits the criteria of number 1, display all wedding images that have a rating of 3 stars or higher. So what you need to do is take a screenshot of the entire thing, which is what they did here in the book. I'm going to show you that back in Bridge now. So if I do a screenshot, and this is what I literally wanted to do a screenshot of, I have 2 options on a Mac. I can do a command number 3, and that's going to take a screenshot of everything on my screen. Or let's just pretend that my window was a little bit smaller here. So a full screenshot would get all of this over here on the left. It would get my Blackboard on the bottom and the right. If you want to just do a snippet, you can do a command shift number 4 on a Mac. And when you do that, do you see how my cursor, it's up here, has changed into a crosshair? Wherever you start and click and hold down your mouse to make a marquee, whatever is under this area is what your screenshot will be. And once I take it, there's that camera sound. On a Mac, it's automatically put on your, let me get to it here, onto your desktop. So here it is, screenshot taken today. It's going to take a while to open because I'm doing a live video, of course. Come on. It's just going to pop open in the preview pane here on a Mac. And so here is the screenshot that was saved onto my desktop. I just double clicked and it opened in preview to show it to me. Now this just says screenshot and the date and the time. So obviously that's not the best name, and you might want to rename that Chapter 1, Step 1, something like that. And then when you put this in Blackboard, it's going to be very clear to me that this is your answer to whatever was asked in Chapter 1, Step 1. By the way, this is the only chapter and the only time in this class that we do screenshots, because I need to see what your bridge looks like. Going forward, you're always going to be sending me JPEGs and PSDs, but for now, it has to be a screenshot of what you actually see on the screen. So then the next one is going to say sort images in ascending order by label. So you guys know that you would go by label and then you would have this in the ascending order. Of course, none of these pictures yet have labels or ratings or keywords, because that's something that you need to do with the textbook. So once you ask for that, you would then take a screenshot of that, and that would be step 2. If you are looking at the graphic that I took a picture of, which is the workbook sheet, this is how many points each one of these are worth. The total exercise is 12 points. If you don't do one of these, if you don't follow one of these, you're going to lose this many points, is the basic gist. So when it comes time to submit your homework, you're going to come down here to this drop box, Chapter 1 Bridge Screenshots. Notice that it's due by the start of class next Monday, August 31st, so it's due by 8 a.m. basically. If you click on a drop box, if you've never used Blackboard, you're going to see the due date and how many points are possible and the description again. And then you have a chance to actually do some things. You can write something, which typically is not what we're doing. Almost always we're attaching files. And to find them, they're on your computer somewhere. So you're going to click on the Browse My Computer, and then you're going to find wherever you saved those 5 screenshots. So in my case, it was on the desktop, and I had a screenshot called Chapter 1, Step 1, and I would say Open. And one thing of note is you don't have to submit them one by one by one. You can add more than one. So I don't have another one to show you, but I would hit Browse My Computer again, and let's pretend that this screenshot, or this, is what I wanted to upload. Whatever it is, I would say Open, and it would get ready. Now, the other thing is, you're not done with Blackboard until you hit the Submit button. So just because you've been queuing up these documents, and maybe you wanted to say something here like, this was fun. You can type that in the comments, but then you actually have to hit the Submit button. It doesn't go in until you hit this. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work for me submitting, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to click the Submit button and see what happens. Okay, I believe the problem is that I'm not a student in this class, so it's kind of weird. But you should get something saying that yes, you did indeed upload and your submission went through. So remember, you're going to come into Blackboard, you're going to browse your computer for the 5 different files, or perhaps plop them into a Word document and just upload that one Word document, and then you're going to hit Submit. That's how Blackboard works. If you have any questions or concerns with Blackboard, if it's something that you think I can easily answer, reach out to me, or if it's something that you need help with from our Blackboard expert, Mike Nelson, go ahead and reach out to him. And boy, his name used to be right on the front Blackboard page. I see the help desk, but I don't see Mike Nelson. I will make sure that you have that information. So that is how you are going to upload your screenshots of your homework. The final video I'll do is trying to show you what this all looks like on a PC. But for now, if you have any questions on your homework, if you're comfortable with the PC and you don't feel the need to watch this last video, that's great. Go ahead and get started on this homework. And please reach out to me at any time with questions.